What is up everybody, my name is BobaTalks and in today's video I'm going to be discussing The Flash Season 3. Now full on spoiler warning as I will be talking about the synopsis obviously, and I will be going on to talk about the finale and what I think might happen in the finale and how these characters may be intertwined with everything that is going on in the last couple of episodes. But first of all I want to go over episode 20 entitled I Know Who You Are, as the synopsis has now been released. So the synopsis begins like this. Vibe faces off against Killer Frost. Barry and the team meet Tracy Brand, a scientist who may be the key to stopping Savitar. Unfortunately, Killer Frost is also after Tracy, so Team Flash must battle their old friend, which proves to be particularly difficult for Cisco. Joe and Cecile's relationship takes a big turn. Now the most important thing to notice about this synopsis when it states that Tracy Brand is coming in is that she may be the key to stopping Savitar. Now I want to put it forward as why. Why could she be the key to stopping Savitar? And coming from TV Line, they state that when we see her she'll be showing a hint of greatness that people will celebrate her for in the future. Now I'm not going to show any more of those leaked photos or videos because I've had some issues with that. I don't know if you guys have realized, but I got a video taken down. Long story short, the people who filmed that scene claimed the video and took it down and gave me a strike. So when I discuss that in the video, I hope you understand as to why I'm not going to show these photos in my video. Now the reason why I'm going back to the leaked footage is because I feel like a lot of people are mistaking Anadu Dek for the person who is in that leaked footage. Now, this is just my theory, but I do believe that in that footage that is meant to be Nora Allen. It's not obviously the same actor. I think that with the Speed Force light that is coming through, it's not confirmed to be the Speed Force, but it is most likely. We see Barry walking into the light holding hands, and she's wearing virtually the exact same clothes as what Nora Allen does in previous seasons. Now, we do see some images of Anadu Dek's character at the funeral as well, so it is all a bit confusing, but just in my opinion, I do believe that it is Nora Allen in that last scene taking Barry into the Speed Force for whatever reason. It's not actually Nora Allen herself, probably like a Speed Force wormhole alien. Now there is some other leaked footage that came out since then of basically the Flash holding this really weird kind of, it looks like a Gatling gun or something like that. Some weird futuristic thing that you can't see what it's exactly being aimed at. But I've got a feeling this could be heavily linked as to how Savitar is taken down. Now, yet again, guys, obviously I'm not going to show the footage in this video. But what has any of what I'm saying got to do with this video and the synopsis of what I'm actually making this video about? Well, it's because I feel that the new character Tracy is got something heavily to do with this new device that could take down Savitar. Now, as to how it works, who knows? Perhaps it might take his speed. Perhaps it might disable him. To be honest, I don't know why Vibe and Gypsy don't use that like Speed Force stun that Gypsy showed earlier on in the season, because I feel like that would work really, really well. But either way, if it says that she is key to stopping Savitar, I'm sure that this device has something to do with her. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Now, it also says that Killer Frost is also after Tracy. Now, this is where it kind of confuses me a little bit. So, could Killer Frost be going after Tracy, this, you know, genius scientist from the future, or is going to be a genius scientist in the future, but she may not be that yet? Could Killer Frost be going after her because she doesn't want to be, or she doesn't want to have those powers, so she thinks that maybe she could, you know, get her to get rid of them for her? But at the same time, when Caitlin is Killer Frost, is she even of that mind? Does she want to even get rid of her powers? I remember back before she kind of did, and she wanted to find alchemy. So I'm wondering if it's going to be anything like that. So maybe she thinks that Tracy, this scientist, can do the same thing. But at the same time, the only thing that makes me doubt that is why would they just not work together? Why would Killer Frost just not work with Team Flash and Tracy and just be like, hey, bro, let's figure out a way to get rid of my powers? This is what I mean. So unless it is something else, it would be kind of weird how, you know, Killer Frost is going off all on a rampage trying to find Tracy, whilst Team Flash trying to find Tracy, when they could just all work together if they just, if Killer Frost just wants to get rid of her powers. So maybe it is something else, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Why is Killer Frost after Tracy? But with this, it states that Team Flash must battle an old friend, and that is where we see that famous vibe that Cisco had of the future when he was in that full costume. And this was at the point where we didn't even have a vibe costume teased before, and this was really cool when we saw that in the future, because we saw Caitlin, well, Killer Frost, throwing icicles at Vibe, and then we saw Cisco in this cool Vibe suit, which we now know what it looks like. And I remember thinking at the time when that happened, I was like, oh my god, how is this ever going to happen? I really don't want it to happen. It really makes me feel sad. I really don't want that to be a thing, but here we have it, guys. You know, that scene is going to come to present, and Cisco's going to have to sort of try and not hurt Caitlyn, but, you know, sort of detain her, if you will, while Caitlyn is in full Killer Frost mode, and she's actually sending death icicles at Cisco, which could very much so kill him. So that's pretty messed up. Now, as for Joe's and Cecile's relationship taking a big turn, I don't normally comment on relationships much, but I do love Joe, so maybe he's finally getting a bit of happiness in terms of his life. I mean, I know he's had this arc developing for quite a while, or maybe it's the complete opposite and their relation takes the turn in a bad way for whatever reason. Maybe Joe just is dealing with too much with Team Flash to even have a girlfriend, or maybe Cecile might find out about all this stuff going on and it takes a new step in their relationship because now she'll be exposed to the whole Team Flash world. So let me know your thoughts in relation to that as well in the comments below, guys. But also the fact that episode 20 is called I Know Who You Are, it makes me think that will we actually find out who Savitar is in the Once and Future Flash? I mean, I think it is very possible. I really didn't think that we would learn in Abracadabra, even though everyone seemed to think we would. But the fact that this is called I Know Who You Are, I mean, maybe we will find out in the Once and Future Flash, but it really wouldn't surprise me if we didn't learn until episode 21, and then, you know, the finale and everything of that gets wrapped up. But I understand how this opinion kind of annoys people because they really don't want it to be dragged out even further. So let's hope it does get released and announced, or revealed, sorry, who Savitar is in episode 19, the Once and Future Flash. But anyway, for this part of the video, guys, I'm going to include a part of the video I uploaded the other day that got taken down because I briefly went over the Once and Future Flash alternative, sort of slightly extended trailer, if you will. There's really nothing too much new to it, but, you know, I mentioned it in my other video and that got taken down, so I'm just going to include that in this part of the video. So the trailer is mostly the same, but we get a few more extended looks of those scenes. So here we see Killer Frost's hand scraping along the sides of what is most likely the Star Labs wall or corridor wall, and you can just see the really cool effect of the ice trail following her hand. And in this image here we see Barry get affected by the Top's power, which induces that vertigo-like dizzy effect which sort of morphs the world in the person's mind of who's affected by it. And we also get a cool little look at Top herself, and as well as Barry getting punched out of the reflection of a door. And I really do like what Top is wearing here. It really does seem like she's got a little bit more of a costume, which is really cool to see. Now, as for who this person is speeding away from Barry, I'm thinking it is most likely the future Barry. For a split second, I thought, oh my god, how cool would that be if it was the Reverse Flash, considering this is the same date as the newspaper day article. But I'm thinking this is most likely future Barry running away from present Barry. And it seems like he's knocking him to the floor whilst he's doing so. So there honestly could be a lot more tension than what I initially thought between both past and future Barry in this episode. But anyway, everybody, let me know what you thought and what you think about everything I discussed in this video by commenting in the comment section below. So if you made it this far in the video, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like on it, as it really does show your support for the channel. And be sure to follow me on all my social medias by just checking out the links in the description to stay a little bit more up to date with me. But apart from that, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.